All right, good morning, guys. We're going to be working on the new assignment, the color wheel. It is pinned up here as an assignment for you guys. So you can go there and you can download this assignment. It'll look something like this once you've downloaded it. It's the digital color wheel. I have some examples up on the wall for you guys to look at as well. But we're going to be creating this document and we're going to be using Photoshop this time. So bounce back and forth. We were in Illustrator for the stickers, but now we're going to be in Photoshop again. So as you read down this, you'll see that the assignment that we're trying to do is come up with a theme. So I suggest something like plants or fish, something with lots of color in it. And we're going to try to get images off of the internet using Google, and we're going to download them into a folder on our desktop. So you guys should know how to use your computers now to create a folder, but if you don't, you're going to right click and you're going to create a new folder, and it'll come out and maybe call it color wheel. You can drop this under your name as well, and so you can keep it organized. I've already created a folder called red. You guys could go down and label these as the different colors around the color wheel. You're going to have about, you'll have 12 colors around the wheel that you're dealing with. And I'll talk to you guys a little bit about the tints and the shades that you're going to need. So around the outer circle, we're going to do our shades, which are darker color of the same color, but they're just slightly darker. The middle piece right in here is going to be your bold color, and then in the middle you're going to have your tint, which is a lighter, and that's how we're going to go around the color wheel. You're going to go out to your Google and Google colors. So you can search by lots of different things up here, but I just put in red plant. You can do blue and all the way around the colors, finding the colors that you need. I liked this image here, and so I went ahead and grabbed it and downloaded it into my folder here. And you'll see now I have that image in my folder. And you're going to go through and you're going to gather up a bunch of images in your theme. So stick to a theme. Make it fairly broad. You could do animals, you could do plants, lots of different ideas for themes. Once you have your image, you're going to have a bunch of images. You'll have red, blue, green, all the way around the color wheel, and you can break them up into folders, or you can just have them together. You can click on these and you can rename them. So if you wanted to have red tint, so you can rename files that way as well, just by renaming the file here. Once you have this file, out on the desktop, I have your color wheel template. So use this template, open it up in Photoshop, okay? Use the template because what the template allows for you to do is to have this layer, the smart vector layer. If I turn it on and off, you'll see it's a nice grid for you guys. So use that grid. I'm going to go ahead and drag my image in and position it. So you'll see it's nice and large. I'm going to make it the size that I want. I'm going to go back to my color wheel, and red's right up here at the top. So that's where I'm going to place it on there. Move it around up here to the top. And hit the return. And you'll see that now that that's placed as its own layer in the spot that I would like it. If you want to move it again, you're going to grab that and you're going to move it down. So say if I wanted it right there. If I want to resize this now at this point, I'm going to need to do edit free transform. You can't see that up at the top, but the free transform is what gives you your little handles back. So if you wanted to make it smaller, you can make it smaller. Just remember to hit the return to place it in place. And then you can go image by image all the way around. This center one is going to be all of your main colors, your main hue. Your shades will be around the outside of the same color. So I do red, I just do a darker red here. And your tints, which are lighter color, will be in this spot. And then on the middle, you don't need to worry about that middle piece, okay? So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to select an area. We're going to use our little magic wand to select an area. But first, we need to go over to our smart get your layers up. If you don't have your layers up, you'll go up to your windows and you'll get your layers up. Should sit over here on the side, and you can turn layers on and off. You want to get onto the layer that says Smart Vector. Okay, maybe it would help to turn this layer off so you can see it. And then I'm going to go to that square where I just placed my image, and I'm going to make a selection. You'll see the dancing dots show up as a selection. Then if you turn your image back on, you'll see, well, it didn't really do anything yet. You want to select the image that you're going to be on and create your mask. Okay, so we've created masks before in a project before, but this time is going to be very specific. You're going to go to your back and forth between your layers here. So you go to your Smart Vector. You can select any layer along here. And what's nice about this is at the end, we can turn off our smart layer and it'll look something like this image right here. So this is a nice example. And he started his red over here and moved around the image. It doesn't matter where you start as long as you go in the correct order. Okay, so think of your assignment and going in the correct order. We'll talk a little bit more about the assignment in person, but you want to move around the image so that you have these different colors corresponding to each other. So your blue should be across from your yellows, and red, green, those should be across from each other, right? So as you're moving around the color wheel. And we'll talk a little bit more about the different breakouts that we'll do later. We're going to try to do some breakouts where we have our main image, and then you tell me what complement, split complement, and those type of things are. So, but you're going to repeat this action where you go back and forth between your Smart Vector and your layer that you're bringing in. So if you want to get rid of dancing dots, it's Command D on your keyboard, and then, or you can just simply select in a new area. If that happens to you, that means that you are on this layer. You need to go to your Smart Vector layer and make a selection. So Command D to get out of dancing dots and make the selection that you need to make. So position your image, hit return, and then go back and forth between your layers. So it's just going to be repeat this all the way around your color wheel, and then hopefully you'll have something really pretty like Cameron's here, where he's created some nice breakouts for me here. And each is on its own layer. That turned out really good. And then his layer didn't quite correspond here, but you're going to turn yours on and off, and you'll see it turns all white and pretty. So that is the assignment for you guys, and I'll try to do this in person with you as well, but you're going to be working on this for about a week. So, all right.